Welcome back, everyone.
But no, they were great actually, really lovely people. Him and his wife put together a festival and it went really well. So it was one of those times where God just really stepped in and answered prayer really quickly for us, which was great.
And did you have any interesting conversations with people afterwards? Did you hang around at
the Mr.
festival?
Angela Bell.
Because Andy did have look into the camera.
Oh yeah.
Look into the lights. Stay away from the lights.
Face your fear, Andy. Face your fear.
It was just great, like, because it left us that, you know, we could express, you know, we obviously said that we were Christians and stuff, and you know what we stood for, and it left that we had a lot of doors to open and a lot of doors to push, because obviously it wasn't anything Christian orientated, so I thought it was absolutely brilliant, because it gave us the opportunity to, you know, I suppose to get where we should be, you know, and in the likes of the secular scene, for want of a better word, but it was really great. Like we definitely got a few opportunities to get chatting to people, even just after we'd played. Even things, you know, people just coming up with simple things. Oh, you know, I really enjoyed your set. You know, you can just open up from that and get talking to them about what your set's about and, you know, what we sing about, and I found it really encouraging. Thought it was a really encouraging weekend.
How do you feel things are changing now? You're moving from doing gigs in church halls to
Dave's going
sort of pubs and festivals, and
Mr. David Benson will now take to the screen for his debut.
To the screen. Dave. Well, that's me. How things have changed. I think, first of all, I can't use my hands, Jeff. I'm trying to be serious. I think whenever we started out, we were doing a lot of church venues, and if you played badly, pretty much you were told you were good. And since moving to other venues, you know, non-Christian venues, I think we've had to rely on God a lot more and step up to the mark to play, you know, the kind of music or the kind of quality that's expected. And I think it has been good for us, you know, to rely on God more. Keep looking at you and not the camera, sorry.
No, that's fine. Talk a bit louder though.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'll be cutting this up. I'll make you guys sound good anyway, man. Yeah, don't worry about it.
You make it look good.
Give him a goodie.
So yes, I think walking by faith and really relying on God for His help. So that's it. I think that's sort of a part of it anyway. You know, really. I've said that 3 times already, but yeah, relying on God a lot more. So, Trev, I think it's on that there. He said, "Whispered in my ears." I was telling him.
Yeah, use your hands. Use your hands. No, yeah, just to echo what Echo Dave has said, like you know. Yeah, coming from that background, I mean, I suppose all of us were brought up in church, you know, and anything musically that we did was within the church realm, you know, and either in a church hall or in a church building, and to actually branch out of that. And I mean, as Dave said, like, you can play completely rubbish in a church, and there's always someone who can come up and say that was great.
Usually a granny.
And there's always
who's probably deaf, more likely to be
after we played.
And you'll always get encouragement, you know. But you go out into the secular scene, as it were, and play in a bar, and if you're rubbish, you get a bottle thrown at you, especially in Northern Ireland. I mean, just build up.
Using petrol in them.
There isn't that much grace, you know, and so you have to be good, or at least at a certain level, and I think at that, like, you'll play your music, and if you pull it off, you automatically have that rapport with the people that are there.
Gives you credibility, doesn't it?
Yeah, and people are there, and you have great great times of fellowship afterwards then, and chatting with people, you know. And you can, you know, your conversation generally starts either music and influences or equipment. You know, that's two things that musicians talk about. It's equipment or musical influences, and then it can, you know, it's not hard to steer that towards God. You know, once you start talking about musical influences,
What drives you? What's
And
your
it's-
focus? What he is right about? All those things kind of come. I think, you know, we were saying earlier on about aim, you know, purpose, drive of the band, and I think probably at the start, you know, it would have been getting up on stage and speaking to a lot of people. Whereas I think over the years, we're realising that it's about a credibility and personal evangelism. It's about those conversations, like conversations here or there or afterwards, where you're able to get alongside people and just be yourself, rather than, you know, it's so easy to get up on the stage and be the guy who preaches or whatever, or speaks a bit from the word. But, you know, people like that one-on-one kind of just conversation almost, and I feel that that's where we've been going as a band, which has been really good and really tested us, because you can get up on stage and just, you know, say what you've got to say and then hop down, pack up your gear and go on. But, you know, I think you've got to be there. People object to what you've got to, you know, to what you've said, or want to take you up on something that you said. You've got to make yourself available for that. So.
Very quickly, was it a deliberate move from the church scene into the secular one, or did it just kind of happen? Did God kind of just do it? Was it a spirit-led thing?
A couple of things, because we've been on the go for so long in Northern Ireland's a small place. You only play so many places the same, you know, a number of times. Like, we were playing the same gigs maybe 2-3 years in a row, and I think when you started exhausting that, not because people don't want you along, they just start to think, guys, this is the third year. I remember going to Summer Madness and saying, hey, guys, you know, it's just, you know, this would be the 8th time, you know. And then you sort of take a call and go, actually, guys, when you put it like that, like, you know,
We are old. Yeah. We are old.
we've just got to start stretching it out. So I think it just happened. It happened naturally. We just started asking God for gigs, and it just came naturally that it wasn't in the same places.
Yeah.